Since the late 1800s, tales of tall, upright walking, ape-like creatures have fueled the Bigfoot legend in North America. And while the majority of accounts of the elusive biped come from the northwestern part of the country, a man from much further east believes he may have spotted one in Ohio.
Surprisingly enough, the Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia area is actually a Bigfoot hotspot. There are sections along the Allegheny River, the Ohio River, that have pockets of activity. Salt Fork State Park, Wayne National Forest, Chestnut Ridge in Pennsylvania, all these places seem to harbor some sort of strange creature. And there are a dozen or so reports in each area over the last several years.
Jeff Patterson was hiking with his family through Wayne National Forest in southeastern Ohio when they found some rocks stacked in a circle.
Interesting.
While this could have simply been built for a campfire, the lack of any charred remains points to an entirely different purpose.
So rocks in a circular formation, like in this video, are thought to be a sign that Bigfoot has been there. These rock formations are actually sometimes known as Sasquatch Stonehenge.
The question could be asked, why would a Bigfoot make a rock formation of this type? There could be lots of different explanations. It could be a marker, navigational, so he knows where he's been. It could be the demonstration of territory. This is where I live. This is a marker of my domain. Stay out.
A little while later, they came upon a waterfall. And as Jeff was filming the serene sight, he captured something daunting in the distance.
My name is Jeff Patterson, and I shot this video. We had hiked back up along a ridgeway through these pine trees, and we came down into a valley. And at the bottom of this 100-foot gorge, we were standing directly underneath a waterfall. And I used my video camera to go up to get the waterfall coming down. I got back up the second time. That's when I saw going across the ridge.
What we see here seems to be some sort of humanoid entity walking from right to left. The camera seems to cut, so we don't actually get a good look at what it is.
I don't know what else it could possibly be other than Bigfoot or a very large human in a very sort of burly attire. If it were a Bigfoot, I'd like to be on higher ground if I ran into it. I'd feel a little vulnerable if I was down where they are. I wouldn't want this thing to start pushing trees down onto me.
But Jeff felt they were at a safe enough distance, so he wasn't too worried.
It was a good ways away, up on the top of the ridge across from us. There was a good amount of space between us. I'm quite sure that we could have got out of there safely. But if I was walking through the woods somewhere and this thing suddenly appeared right smack in front of me, I would be scared.
This video is interesting because this was not a squatcher. This was not a Bigfoot hunter. This is just somebody relaxing with their family at a waterfall. And the camera's looking up. Hey, look at the beautiful water. Look at this. Oh, look up there. What's that?
As far as Jeff is concerned, he believes it was a Bigfoot, and he's not alone. Sightings of Sasquatch-like creatures have been reported by Ohio residents since 1869, and they even have a name for it.
They call it the Grassman. Now, it's said to be much smaller than the Sasquatch of the Northwest, and it's certainly something that these people seem to be proud of. There's all kinds of museums and knickknacks and that kind of thing you can find in that area, so they definitely take their Grassman fairly seriously.
Whether Jeff captured a Grassman or a Bigfoot that day remains to be seen. And if there are any skeptics out there who think he didn't, Jeff doesn't hold it against them.
If it was somebody else's stuff, I wouldn't believe it. It's something that you have to see yourself to really understand that it really is there.